Hello and welcome to I Am Geek, and this is episode 193. I'm Ryan, I'm joined by my brother Chris and our good pal Katrin, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
That was the best Jesse impression I've ever heard.
I couldn't tell
That
the
was
difference.
amazing.
I was like, she's in the room?
I wasn't even ready for that one. Wow.
Yeah. Tonight is a special night. It's our Saved by the Bell edition. For what reason? Well, we'll get to that. But tonight we're going to be talking about it's why I'm wearing this old Letterman jacket that I found in my garage that I could still put on. As Katrin said, because of the 90s, because everything was baggy back then.
It was amazing.
It looks amazing.
I'm waiting for some you to like look at me and just be like, Ryan, don't move, and like some creature crawls up the back of it or something.
Oh yeah, the whole inside of it, the lining, that's actually moss.
I would be surprised.
It's not fuzz.
Yeah,
it's like
Or
wool.
whatever.
It's like wool.
Yeah,
so
wool. That's the word.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's hot. I'll take. Oh, I see what it is. Okay, I'm not going to say that anymore. I'm going to go with it.
Yeah.
I see.
Good.
You said we'll see how many times he says it's hot.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean hot.
I mean, if that's
HAWT.
Oh
if
yeah.
if that's
Yeah.
it, I mean, it's been twice so far. So, I mean,
If that's it. I mean,
if that's the thing that we're
could be
giving you grief about.
Vance in our comments. Vance, hello. Vance in our comments. Winchester. He's on vacation. He's in our comments. We're having some fun. He goes, "What did I Letterman in it?" Which is really funny.
Yeah.
Which is really funny because it goes with the theme of the show
Oh,
tonight.
it kind of does.
Saved by the Bell.
It
I
does.
lettered in wrestling. I was a
He was
wrestler.
a real life
Mm-hmm.
AC Slater.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Had the curly
Yes.
hair and everything.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
That's why I don't have hair anymore, because I permed my hair so I could be
But-
like Slater.
It's the chemicals.
He had a pet lizard that died on him. The whole 9 yards.
Yeah, wrestling. I loved wrestling. I only did it 2 years though, because I got injured. The doctors told me no more.
You'll never wrestle
Yeah,
again,
you'll
boy.
basically you'll never wrestle again, man. I loved it though. I had fun with it. I got bad injury, which I could tell that story if you want. I don't have to. Like going back to the nice. And I had asthma, and so they were like the combination of the two. You should probably just not do it.
Not do sports.
Yeah, you should just be a geek and like Star Wars. That's what the doctor said. That's how my love for Star
Why don't you
Wars.
Pick up a hobby.
Like, do you like anything that you don't have to move
Yeah.
for?
No,
You like video games?
basically we our practice was in the basement of the gym. It was like all cinder block walls down in this basement, and they had like heaters going and everything to try to make you lose weight. People would wear trash bags during
What?
practice
Yes.
to try to
Well,
lose,
I could see that.
lose weight.
Yeah, you had
I-
to make that weight.
I wasn't like that. I was just like, whatever my weight is, that's just what I'm going to weigh.
I remember going down there one time when we were coming to pick you up, and it was a horror show
It was a
of a
dungeon.
place. It was a dungeon. Like
Yeah.
it was like we sent these kids down here because we want them to die.
Yeah, pretty much.
It wasn't a nice place.
It was fun. I mean, it was fun. But there was this kid that decided he wanted to join the team.
Okay.
So this was like my second year of wrestling, I guess. And he came down, and we would do these things called round robins, where they put like 4 people in a group, and you would wrestle, and then they blow the whistle, and then somebody would switch out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Round robin. And this kid got put in our group. I wrestled like the 130, 135. It's a long way from what I am now. Class. And they always put me like with the big guys, like the huge guys, like the heavyweights. But this kid was like scrawny. He was, just a little kid. So they put him in our group. Well, he was confused about what high school wrestling was. And he thought it was like what you saw on TV. Pro wrestling that we've talked about before that we like. And
Yeah.
so
You guys like, yeah.
we're in the round
Well,
robin.
you'd like it too.
He gets, tagged in, if you want to call it that. It wasn't tagged in, but basically it's his
It
turn
was
to
his
come
turn.
in with me. And I went for a double leg, which, if you don't know what that is, basically you swoop in at the legs, you pick them up with both legs, and then you push them down. When I did that, he took his arm and wrapped it around my neck as hard as he could, and did what's called a DDT in professional wrestling, where you take the person's head and you slam it into something. The only problem was the thing that he slammed it into was a cinder block wall.
That could be bad.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah. Which immediately put me out because it's
It
a cinder
explains
block
a lot,
wall.
but
Yeah. And that kid, and I got a concussion, really bad concussion, which that was, I mean, it could have been worse. Cinder block wall, my head through it. The kid, that was the last day that he was on the wrestling team. They basically said, "What are you doing?" It's like, "I'm just doing what I see on TV." And they're like, "You're out of here." They ripped him a new one.
I'm sure.
And so I got the concussion, and then I had this sports like asthma that would act up. So the doctors were like, probably not. But I did get this lovely jacket. But I still have to this day that I found in a bag in the garage.
Still have the leotard.
The singlet?
The singlet?
Singlet? Yeah.
No, that was property of the school.
Oh.
So
you wore it after somebody else?
Yeah.
It's like a hand-me-down?
Oh, yeah. It's the wrestling team. It's not the football team. Come on.
Wear the headgear?
We would have football players come in there all big and bad, and then they would quit after a week because practices were just like brutal. And they'd be like, "I don't hate it." So I don't have to tell any more stories. I could not tell them. I could just keep telling wrestling stories.
When I was in high school, I knew a guy on the wrestling team. And you're good. We're good. But I knew a guy on the wrestling team. I did drama in high school. I did the exact opposite.
Well, wrestling was full of drama. Let me tell you.
Well, that's true. That's true. But we had a guy on the wrestling team that did drama as well, and like I was very skinny, but I was like a little tall for my age, and so I didn't weigh that much. And when he found out what I weighed, he's like, "You need to join the wrestling team. You'll be paired up with these guys that are so much smaller than you. You could take them no problem." I'm like, no, that's physical activity. No, I'm not doing that.
I could have taught you everything I know. You could have been a prodigy.
I could have been a contender.
Yeah, you could have. I could have taught you the moves.
After I do the moves because you would try them on me.
See, and you would have been good.
That's probably why I steer away from it.
You could have lived out my dream. Of being a wrestler because I had to quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I would have got my head slammed into a wall.
No, that guy was long gone. That's how he would have been.
Would have came back. Like I did have a street here.
They did like after that. After I had to quit, like I was still like in the weightlifting class, and this other kid that had joined the wrestling team thought he was cool stuff, and he said, "Hey, I heard you used to wrestle." I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Let's wrestle right now." I said, "Okay," because there was mats down in there, and I pinned him in like 10 seconds, and then he got up and pretended like, "Oh yeah, see, he was really good. See that he just couldn't do it anymore because he got injured. He was one of the best down there. That's why he pinned me." I'm like, "No, I wasn't the best. You're just not any good."
Prodigy right here. This good guy.
Anyways, enough about me. Let's before we get to
your mother commented on Facebook. She said that was the reason your mother has gray hair. It's because of your wrestling, I guess. That's what she means.
Oh.
And also being in drama. I think
that's probably what it was.
Probably that.
That was why she had gray hair.
Oh no, my kid's a drama kid.
It's a sad existence.
But I put this on because it was the only 90s thing that I figured I still had left. And we're going to be talking about one of the greatest shows ever made tonight. Saved by the Bell.
Joe.
Oh, well, G.I. Joe. That's a cartoon. One of the greatest cartoons.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Saved by the Bell, because we're going to Comicpalooza July 17th through 18th, and it was announced this week. The first two guests of Comicpalooza are you ready for it?
I can't wait.
I know, but go ahead.
Two voice actors from G.I. Joe.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
No.
Nobody's.
Slater and Zach Morris are going to be there. Or Mario Lopez and Mark Paul Gosselaar or whatever his last name is.
Yes. Yes.
But I told my wife, I said, guess who's going to be at Comicpalooza this year? She said, who? I said, Zach Morris. Oh my goodness, I've got to go.
It's funny because my wife had a similar response as well, except the part I've got to go. She was like, really?
Yeah.
If it was like the cast of Friends,
Great.
my wife would be.
She's like, I want to go and meet them, and I said, it doesn't really work like that. Like you can't just like you have to.
I mean, you
to
have to pay.
It's expensive. I found that out the hard way one year.
Right. She could perform some Saved by the Bell hijinks and get to meet
She
them.
could. She probably would.
We may have to change our cosplay up to match the Saved by the Bell.
Well, I do have a letter.
Maybe that'll give us something. There you go.
That's true.
I could carry around a fake, like I make a cell phone or something. Probably.
I can act like I
big
have a
cell phone.
caffeine addiction. So.
Van says, I think Mario Lopez will
Take me a second.
show up anywhere.
Oh man.
Well, he has family that lives in Houston, so that's one of the reasons why he's probably going to be here. I don't know. I found that out. Not that I was stalking him. That's what people responded to on Comicpalooza. They're like, "Oh, that's why he's coming. He's got family here."
It's your wife was stalking him, and that's
So I'm wondering if they're going to announce more of the cast from.
I bet they will.
I hope so.
Since they have two, usually if they have somebody from a show and then they have another one, it's going to be at least 3 or 4 people, So
who would you guys like to show
Mr. Belding?
So
Mr.
they have
Belding.
Mr. Belding.
Yeah, they have a new show on right now, and Jessie's on the new show, right? So she might be somebody that would come.
Slater's on it too, right?
Slater's on there, yeah.
They're the 2 main original cast members on it. And Zach Morris and Tiffany Amber Thiessen, I think, have done guest spots.
Right.
So
I think those 4 for sure, and maybe Belding.
Max. He's a real magician too.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be cool. Did y'all ever see the Jimmy Fallon reunion episode they did? Or not episode, but little skit they did with Saved by the Bell. It was really good. Yeah. But they had Belding and all of these folks. There were a couple of people that didn't show up, and you're just like, that's odd.
Screech and Lisa weren't there.
Yeah.
Supposedly because they had prior engagements.
Lame excuse.
Jimmy Fallon, prior engagements.
I know, right? What are you doing that nobody's heard of? Better.
He's done a lot, actually. Lisa Turtle. She's been on several Days of Our Lives and soap opera stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
People like those.
Of course.
I took a quiz earlier preparing the show. Like not that kind of quiz. Which character from Saved by the Bell would you be?
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah, I was going to do it on the show, but I was like, that probably would take too long.
Yeah.
And it surprised me. It was Slater. I didn't think I'd be Slater. But it was a weird quiz. It was like the new show and the old show. The character from each. So it was Slater from the old show, and then some girl from the new show.
Oh, you were a girl from the new show.
Yeah.
Okay.
It works.
Yes.
All right.
Rip Screech. Poor Screech.
Yeah.
Way to bring us down, Vance. Just kidding. All right, so before we get to that, do you want to talk about the trip I went on? I have a trip report.
Yes.
Nothing
to do with Saved by the Bell.
Nothing to do with Saved by the Bell. That's a good friend of the show. He's been on before. Omega from Crimson Dawn Lightsabers invited me out to check out the warehouse where the magic happens.
Oh.
The Jedi Temple of lightsabers. It wasn't a temple. It was just a warehouse. But it is. He wasn't kidding about it being out in the middle of nowhere. Because I was driving and was like, "Hey, there's nothing out here."
What he said? Some cows.
And I followed the map, and the map took me to this dead end road.
Was it like a broad map that they sent you? Was it like an X at the end?
No, just the GPS stuff on my phone. But it was like this random little Texas Chainsaw Massacre house and a dead end road, and I'm like, huh. okay, well, I'm about to die probably. And then I messaged him, and he said, "Oh no, it took you a weird way. You've got to go out to the main road and go around." I was like, "Oh shoot, okay." But yeah, the warehouse. I mean, it was like, you would think I would say it was like something in Star Wars, but it was more. Have you been to either one of you been? I don't think either one of you have been. The Harry Potter world land.
I have.
You have. That's right. Yeah. So you know when you go into the wand shop, and there's just boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes.
Yes.
Like those little long rectangular like boxes. That's what the warehouse looked like. It was all these little long boxes like a wand would go in. And I wanted to say, man, this reminds me of Harry Potter, but I'm like, I probably shouldn't say that. But it was just shelves, like as high as, all the way up, just boxes like that of lightsabers. But they looked like they had wands in it from Harry Potter. So he took me around and showed me all the lightsabers, and I'm like, I just want to take all of these, go home.
And you did.
But he said he graciously gave me a lightsaber, and he goes, "Do you have a profi lightsaber?" I said, "No, I don't." He goes, "Well, we got to get you one while you're here." I was like, "Oh, thanks. I just wanted to come check out your place." Nice. But he did, and here it is. For those that are watching. Ooh. Now it's not a replica from the movie.
No.
Oh, it's still cool though.
No, it is cool. Very cool.
It is pretty cool.
Very sleek.
And the cool thing about this Profi board is everything that it does. So I'll try to cover up the speaker so it's not loud, and I'll just turn it on real fast and then turn it back off.
Great.
Let's see.
Kenobi.
Let me try
Darth Maul's angry.
Yeah, I'm trying to. It does.
Kenobi.
God. Oh shoot. Well, you'll just have to trust me. It will do these cool effects, like it'll make it look like the blades of flame going up and down.
Yeah.
It does like a rainbow, where it's all the colors going up and down it, which is pretty cool.
Rainbow Road, hard to stay on.
And then it'll do like Kylo Ren's is cool. It like first it flashes like really bright, and then it goes into that unstable mode thing.
Yeah.
It's cool, but it's cool. Really loud, and I don't want to blow everybody's ears out on here.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, but it's really responsive when you swing it. It does what it's supposed to be doing. Like it follows your movements and everything. I like it. So thank you.
You told me a thing where like there was a setting like if you hold it against something.
If you aim it towards the ground.
Yes.
And then hit the ground, like not hard, but just sort of tap the ground and hold this button down. Like it looks like on the movie, like on episode 1 where they're cutting through that door.
Mm-hmm.
It's like got that sort of trace thing where it like looks like it's cutting through the floor.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But they're getting ready to build a big new warehouse, and he said, "I want you to come back out when it's done." So maybe we could do like a live show there or something. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Harry Gordon in the chat on Facebook says, "I finally got me a lightsaber."
He did.
He just returned.
Nice.
From Batu. So yeah, that's exciting.
Very cool.
He had from all I could tell, he had a great time. I told him if he was going through withdrawal, and he said yes.
I bet, man. I felt like every time I looked at his post, he was eating somewhere awesome. I was like, how do you do that? Like, how do you get? But it's different when it's just a couple.
Yeah,
you're not trying to tote around kids or other people or whatever. It's like you just kind of find yourself in these places, and it's like, oh. Okay.
That's true. So yeah, shout out to Omega from Crimson Dawn. If you need a lightsaber, awesome. They're a place to go. CrimsonDawn.com. I'm going to try to get him. I'm trying to get him to come to Comicpalooza. Fingers crossed. Get him there. I even thought about him, Crimson Dawn, being part of our big show there. Wouldn't that be cool?
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah. They should. That'd be interesting. We should do a show about lightsabers. Like, you could do demonstrations of you doing flow or something.
Who's flow?
Twirling.
I was kidding.
Twirling your
pouring water into various glasses.
No, flow is what they call like a lightsaber movement.
Somebody moving it around, like really nice and smooth.
So hopefully we're going to get him to come out or send some people out. But,
Yeah.
it was a great time. We had a good time, and he's like, "When am I coming back on the show?" I was like, "Soon, we'll get you back." He would be on it every week if we could. I think
Him and
maybe we
Ray.
should do. I think we should do like and you can tell us in the comments if yay or nay, a special like once a month maybe lightsaber show where he comes on, tells everything. I think that if he wants to do that, I mean, it sounds like he wants to do that.
Yeah,
do sort of like a special,
very cool.
once a month or so, every so often.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, cool. So on to the big show. We're excited about Comicpalooza. So we thought we would talk about all we know about Comicpalooza right now would be the guys from Saved by the Bell. So we thought we would do a Saved by the Bell show because basically, I graduated in '96. I'm trying to. What year did it come out? Do we remember?
Oh wow,
it was
1989.
Yes, originally.
The Saved by the Bell series was 1989 through 1993.
So
it was part of our childhood, basically.
Yeah, but before that was the Disney show Good Morning Miss Bliss. I don't see the date for it though, but
Morning Miss Bliss was probably
it's probably 88.
88.
So,
it starred Haley Mills, right?
Yes, Haley Mills was Miss Bliss.
Yep.
In Indianapolis.
Yeah, totally different area of the world, of the country.
I always thought that was funny. I was like, how did they get from somewhere in Indiana, is all I knew, to the beach?
There was a big, huge earthquake.
Los
and
Angeles.
It just cut that part of the country off, and that became the new coast.
Good Morning Miss Bliss was from 87 to 89.
There we go. Wow.
Actually.
And that was them in middle school, right? That was.
Yeah, well, it was later dubbed as like middle school or like junior high.
Junior high.
But I think the Zach Morris's character came on like before like the start of the episode, and he was like, "Hey, why don't you watch our junior high days or whatever?" And they would
I don't even remember that show.
I remember that show.
I remember it. I think I watched it more though in reruns than I did live.
Yes.
I don't know that I remember watching it live. Yeah, I just said that. We were trying to figure out before the show though what day Saved by the Bell came on.
Yeah, it's hard for me. Like I remember watching it on Saturday mornings, but I don't know. I don't think it started on Saturday mornings. I feel like it was after, because I remember it being on after school and maybe in the morning before school, but those could have been reruns.
I'm gonna go back.
He's going in the Wayback Machine.
Oh jeez, he's gonna get lost. You may not come out of this, people.
Oh, Serial. I remember Serial. Watching Saved by the Bell. So it has to be around breakfast time.
I mean, you just like to eat cereal as well, so you would put it on ice cream.
What does start when I wake up in the morning?
Crunch on ice cream.
When I wake up in the morning and the alarm starts.
I mean, it started on the Disney Channel. Good Morning Miss Bliss did.
Oh, so, yeah, that one. But Saved by the Bell was on.
It was.
ABC?
It was. NBC.
NBC.
I believe.
Sorry, NBC.
Right.
Yeah, my bad.
It was retooled and became Saved by the Bell.
Yes.
Saturdays. Yep, Saturday. Vance, thank you. It was on Saturdays. But that's where the serial came in. But then it was syndicated, like all over the place. Yep.
And then it was like all during the week.
See, that's what I remember the most. Sorry, is watching it in the afternoons after school for what seemed like hours. Which was really, I guess, in reality, only up a couple hours because you get home at 3:30 or whatever, and then you eat dinner after 5 or whatever. So it was probably an hour and a half or something. But episode after episode, you could watch it. So.
Mm-hmm.
Like again, Comicpalooza. Somebody's asking. Comicpalooza is July 17th through July 18th. So
yes,
of this year.
There you go.
This year.
Tickets now. So you can see us live.
They're on sale now.
They'll sell out. Everybody knows that we're coming.
Yeah. the Zach attack has started.
They're
gonna eat up the tickets.
Are they gonna reform the band at Comicpalooza? Because
that would be incredible.
Well, they should. I think you should be a part of it.
I would definitely do that. mean, Caitlin's got a guitar behind him. He's ready to go.
Let's do it. Friends forever. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4. Friends forever.
I feel like every show back then that was teenagers, they formed a band.
Well, yeah.
Every even the cartoons and stuff.
Yeah.
It was the Partridge Family effect.
Yeah, everybody had to form
true.
a band.
Monkeys.
Yeah, the Brady's ended up being a band at one point. Like Scooby Doo didn't necessarily have a band, but they had the offshoots. Like
they might as well.
That was a band.
Yeah,
the Ninja Turtles had a band.
Ninja Turtles, they could really rip into guitar with only like 3 fingers. It was amazing. I watched that.
Poor Winchester in our comments. He goes, "This is all a history lesson for me." He's younger. He wasn't
young buck.
The California Dreams. Yeah. Oh man, this is bringing me back. And then of course, we had Saved by the Bell, and then like every other show back then, they go to college. Then they have the college years. Yeah. And then they go work at a. See, this was long before High School Musical. This is where it all started. They go work at a country club. What was that one? That was another spinoff, right?
That was a summer episode. There was apparently only just 6 or 7 episodes of this. It was within Saved by the Bell, the show. And they went to a summer vacation club on the East Coast or something to work for the summer. Right. I remember it being a much longer stint for some reason, but it was only.
It felt like it was on forever. Yeah.
He had a different love interest on that show.
Yeah. Leah Remini.
Yep. She was on oh gosh, with Kevin James, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
King of Queens.
King of Queens. Yeah.
Yeah. She was Zach Morris' love interest, and then another actress on the last episode, hooked up with AC Slater. I can't remember her name. I'll have to find it. I think it was a well-known actress. It's a guest celeb, but she wasn't a celeb at the time. It was
Nicole Kidman.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Denise Richards.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. She pretended to drown so AC would save her, and that was her pickup. I'm drowning. Oh, will you save my life again?
Cynthia.
I haven't watched the new show.
I haven't either.
I haven't either. Yeah, because it's on Peacock Plus. I don't want to add another subscription.
I think I have that.
What?
I think there's a free.
Yes, I do have Peacock Plus because it comes free with our cable.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You could watch them.
I'll have to check it out
and report back to us on how it is.
It's probably really bad.
But yeah, they had the spin-off shows where it was a new group of kids, but Screech was still there working at the school. Mr. Belding was still there. So they continued for a while.
I forgot about the new class, right?
New class,
yes. Yeah, I didn't watch that one.
Yeah, I didn't either. But before that, they did a couple TV movies. One was they went to Hawaii, a Hawaiian vacation,
of course, Again, another '90s thing. They always go to Hawaii.
They go to Hawaii or they go to Disney World.
Disney World. Yeah.
Depends on what station they're on. If they're on ABC, they go to Disney World. If they're on
Family Matters,
Hawaii.
Full House, they all went to Disney World.
Oh.
Yeah. Brady Bunch went to Hawaii.
Yeah. And then the other one was the wedding in Vegas, where Zach and Kelly get married in Vegas.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh man.
Yeah.
What a show. All right, so I heard that Katrin has a quiz or a test or a.
I have a quiz. Yeah, I wanted to do the quiz before we go over some of the interesting facts because we have that as well to look at. Because some of those could be answered in these questions. I was going to do a Jeopardy game. I thought it'd be cool to do Jeopardy, but then I was like, I wouldn't know the answer to some of these, and I wasn't sure how much you guys knew. Saved by the Bell.
Everything.
Yep. Send the Wikipedia.
But anyways, we're going to do a quiz anyway.
I'm a Zach maniac.
I'm going to change the screen. We'll have this quiz on the screen, so the viewers will see it. You'll see it delayed if you're watching. But we'll go ahead and jump into it. I will be keeping score. I am keeping score. So there are 15 questions. Who wants to go first? Who should go first? Brian, since you dressed up and it was your birthday yesterday, happy birthday, belated birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
43
happy
now.
birthday.
43. Wow.
Yeah.
If you add those numbers together, you get 7. 4 and 3, that is.
Yeah.
I
didn't realize that.
Number completion.
Wait. You remember the show Kids Incorporated?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Mario Lopez was on that show.
There you go.
I didn't know
He's been on lots of things.
Kids
Oh yeah, I watched that show like crazy because there was a guy on there named Ryan. I'm like, well, this is made for me.
Oh wow! All right,
there you go.
Are y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going
Question
first?
1. You're going to go first.
Okay.
What was the name of the pre-Saved by the Bell series that featured Zach, Screech, and Lisa? An easy gimme for it. They're not all this easy, I promise. Yes, I promise. That's why I wanted to do this early.
Oh, sorry. Good morning, Miss Bliss.
You are correct.
Woo!
Good job, Brian.
How did he know?
Saved by the Bell is a reboot of the Disney Channel series Good Morning, Miss Bliss, which only ran for 13 episodes after the pilot. Fun fact. I don't know if that's fun or not.
So a total of 14 episodes.
Sure.
Over the course of a few years.
No.
Interesting.
All right. Chris, you're up.
Sure.
Question number 2. What did AC stand for in AC Slater?
Oh, what the?
I'm sorry. That's like...
Oh wait,
there's
not
fair.
stuff to choose from.
The first show
if you look on the screen,
I'm sorry. I didn't even give you.
There's multiple choice
options.
I
forgot.
Choice. Okay.
So the first one was so easy. I didn't give him the choice. Okay. Here are the choices: Alexander Carl Slater, Absolutely Charming Slater, Albert Clifford Slater, or Andres Caleb Slater.
I'm gonna go with Albert Clifford.
You are correct.
I would never have known that. I went first.
Although everyone knows him as AC, Mario Lopez's character's real name is briefly mentioned when his ex-girlfriend visits from Berlin and calls him Albert Clifford in season 4. I kind of remember that.
You do a German accent there, Chris?
What, Albert Berlin?
Yeah.
Albert Clifford?
Hello, Albert Clifford Berlin.
All right. Question number 3. It's tied 1-1, if you can believe it. Who did Kelly break up with? Zach. What? Who did Kelly? It's what this says. Who did Kelly break up with Zach for in season 2? Who did she break up with before she went out with Zach in season 2?
Season 2?
Here are the options: AC Slater, Johnny Dakota, Screech, or Jeffrey Hunter.
Ooh.
I don't know, but I really like the name Johnny Dakota.
Oh. Wait, that's your final answer?
I haven't said it yet.
I shouldn't have made that noise.
Obviously, I just said I like that name.
Johnny Dakota.
Johnny Dakota.
I mean, it could be right.
The American version of James Bond, I think.
Season 2.
Yeah.
Okay, we know it's not Johnny Dakota. We know it's not Screech. I mean, was it AC Slater that early?
It's gonna be.
Who's Jeffrey Hunter?
Sounds like a really plain name, like Johnny Dakota.
Let's go with Jeffrey Hunter.
You would be correct, because I gave it away.
Yeah, Jeffrey Hunter was was her boss.
Yes,
played
by Patrick Muldoon.
He was a college guy.
Yes,
Muldoon.
And so it was really weird.
It's really funny that Chris knew that.
I told you I'm a Zach maniac.
He's a Zach maniac. So it says in season 2 of the show, Kelly fell for her boss at the Max, Jeffrey Hunter, played by Patrick Muldoon, and called it quits with Zach. It's okay. Zach later dated another manager at the Max, Ginger Baldwin, played by Bridget Wilson Sampras.
But I mean, later on, they broke up because he was cheating on her.
I should have done that. I should have done the Jeopardy. All right. This is kind of a gimme, Chris. So I think. Question number 4. It is 2-1 right now. What did Zach always say before the show froze and he analyzed the situation around him?
This.
Oh.
Here are your choices, or do you want the choices?
You don't need choices.
Yeah, I'll take choices.
Choices are freeze, timeout, hold up, or pause.
Oh, they're very similar.
Oh, you don't know this?
I can't. I don't. We're going to take away your Zach.
I want to go with timeout because I think I remember him doing the T with his hands. So I'm going to go with timeout.
All right. You are correct.
Yeah.
Zach Morris's
timeout.
signature on-screen line was letting out a big timeout before pausing the show and analyzing the scene at hand. He would then say, "Time in," when snapping back into reality.
Oh.
There you go. Very
That's
good.
how it works in real life if you do that.
Yep.
I wish. Man, that'd be so awesome.
Hey, it's just me, guys. It's just me now on the show. It's my show. I can't talk this long. So time in.
I didn't realize you did that. Sorry,
did you see me freeze?
I did, but I was like, oh no, did Ryan freeze again?
Time out.
I'm still here. All right. Question number 5 goes to Ryan. True or false? So there's only 2 options here. Zach Morris's blonde hair was natural.
Okay, Zach Morris, the character or the actor?
This is, yeah.
That's what I don't understand.
It's a little tricky
because the actor does not have natural blonde hair.
I'm gonna say that actor.
He does not have natural blonde hair.
And you would be correct. Yeah. During an interview with Jimmy Fallon, Mark Paul Gosselaar explained that his hair was colored by Clairol while filming the show. Why did he? I don't know. And he was, in fact, not a natural blonde.
Yeah. Shocking.
Dun, dun, dun.
I know. Very shocking. All right. Question number 6 goes to Chris. What's the name of the beach club we talked about earlier? That where Zach falls in love with Stacy Carosi during season
yes.
3.
Stacy.
Yes.
Would you like some choices?
Yes, I would love some choices.
North Beach Club, Beverly Hills Atlantic Beach Club, Bayside Beach Club, or Malibu Sands Beach Club?
Oh,
I know it.
It's got to be Malibu Sands.
Yep.
You are correct. Stacy's father, Leon Carosi, owned the Malibu Sands Beach Club where the group landed jobs during the summer before senior year. North Beach Club was the name of the rival club that they played in the beach volleyball tournament.
This is bringing back so many memories.
It is. This is almost like, it's trivia. It's trivia in its own, It's fun facts. All right, tied up at 3-3. Nobody's missed one yet because I messed it up. Question number 7 goes to Ryan. What kind of car was Zach trying to buy from Mr. Carosi? Still in the same season.
Oh, I remember this.
The Malibu Sands was a 1963 Corvette Stingray, a 1966 Shelby Cobra, a 1966 Mustang, or a 1969 Dodge Charger.
Oh gosh.
Really?
Cars.
I actually guessed this one correctly because I was like, oh yeah, that was right when I looked at this earlier.
I would have no clue.
Oh gosh. I'm trying to remember.
Corvette, a Cobra, a Mustang, or a Charger.
Is that it in the picture there?
It is. It might be. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't
think
does that
it
help?
is.
I don't think it is.
I think it could be. I think that was the point of the picture, but
that's true.
But it's just like
it doesn't.
But I was thinking the car was gray for some reason. I don't know why, but it may have been white.
I really don't know this one.
All right.
Hold on. I'm going to guess. I'm just going to guess.
Make a guess.
Okay.
And there's silence. Did we lose?
I don't know. The Charger. I don't know.
Oh,
that's not my
sorry.
answer. I was just naming cars.
It is the 1966 Mustang.
I was gonna guess that, but I thought that was too obvious.
Yeah, we could always count.
Convertible.
Yeah, we could always count on Zach to come up with a big plan in order to get what he wants. In an effort to have Mr. Carosi, his boss, and the father of the girl he had his eyes on, lower the price of his 1966 Mustang, Zach promises to win the annual volleyball game held at their club.
I was gonna guess Mustang, but I was like, no, it can't be that. Like, that's what everybody.
That's what everybody wanted in the 90s and before. Probably.
Oh well.
That's all right. Sorry, Ryan.
Vance knew it.
Yep.
There you go. All right. Next question goes to Chris.
Okay.
Question number 8. What was the name of Valley High's mascot? Was it the Bulldogs, the Tigers, the Lions, or the Panthers?
Bulldogs.
Tricky question.
Tigers. The Lions or the Panthers? So Valley High Bulldogs, Valley High Tigers, Valley High Lions, Valley High Panthers.
Just get it wrong.
I want to say bulldogs. I want to go with bulldogs.
Going with Bulldogs?
Yeah.
All right. You would be correct.
You were looking at Vance's comments, weren't you?
No, he
said Bulldogs right before you said that.
No.
They had a serious rivalry with the
I'll
Bulldogs.
turn off the comments.
No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't see it.
I'm just joking.
And we'll never forgive them for kidnapping Screech while dressed as the Bayside mascot.
Vance,
Tiger.
keep answering because I need help.
So
so you're cheating. Okay.
they took the mascot in uniform, and then they put the ants from like an ant farm or something like that
right.
into
but it backfired.
Right.
He did all these like flips and stuff.
Yeah.
I
Acrobatics.
think Chris is winning this one. I don't think he's going to
4-3. Chapter 9. Question number 9.
Chapter 9.
What was the name of Tori Spelling's character? Did you know that Tori Spelling was in the show, folks?
I remember that.
Yeah.
I do remember.
Was it Rose, Christina, Leslie, or Violet?
Yeah, I don't know the answers. So I'll have to
Really?
guess.
Oh,
so
no.
Would you like a clue?
Oh yeah, I'll take a clue.
What? How's he getting clues?
She was the girlfriend of Screech.
Oh, there you go. There's a clue.
Well, I knew that she was on it, but I don't remember her name.
Honestly, I don't remember that being her. And then when I saw that, I was like, "Oh yeah, that is her." But I would remember
Violet.
It was like half a season.
Is it Violet?
It is Violet.
Sweet, thanks, Vance.
Oh my gosh. Violet and Screech started dating after she broke up with fellow nerd Maxwell, who was pretty rude to her. Despite a horrible dinner between Screech and Violet's family later in the season, they eventually get back together when Screech charmingly saves Violet from an embarrassing choir performance. I'm trying to remember what the embarrassing choir performance was. Did she get nervous or something like that? Or
I don't remember the choir.
I kind of don't remember it. Like he came in and sang with her because, like, maybe she forgot the words or something like that.
Got stage fright, nervous, and probably helped her out.
All right, question number 10, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of season 3, a few of the kids work at the mall to make some money before the holidays. They all have various jobs, but where does Slater work? Ooh. Here are the options. Dressed as Santa Claus, the gift wrapping stand, the food court, or Moody's store for men.
I think I know.
Dressed as Santa Claus, a gift. I remember there being a gift wrapping station. Moody's store for men sounds familiar.
Very specific.
Like,
if it's not real, I'm opening a store called Moody's Store for Men. And it's just going to be a bunch of guys just sitting around.
I think it was a place on the show.
I think it was, because I think there was a character on it. Like, Moody's Store for Men. They kept saying the name of the store for some reason, because he was the owner. I guess he was Moody. But I do remember there being a gift wrapping station, but maybe it was in Moody's Store for Men. So I'm going to go with Moody's Store for Men.
Right. You would be incorrect. You were right. You were close. The gift wrapping station.
Yeah, gift wrapping station.
Okay. I thought it was in Moody's Store.
I remember the gift wrapping station. It was like going crazy, and he was just like, not having it.
Funny. During the 2-part Christmas special, he helps working the gift wrapping stand, where he notoriously made less money than Jesse made working the Santa Claus photo booth. So he did work, and she just posed for pictures or helped with pictures and made less money.
If it wasn't if it didn't cost money to get a booth at Comicpalooza, which it does, I would still get a booth and just put up a sign that says Moody's Store for Men.
Oh, that'd be great.
Maybe Zach working there.
Maybe come over. And man, we could do it. Let's pull our money together.
I'll be like, it's Moody's Store for Men. Are you a man? Oh, you're welcome here then.
All right. So now that score is back to being tied, Ryan.
Yes.
Question number 11. This one is a tough one, I think. But you might know it. What is Mr. Belding's wife's name?
Don't look at the comments.
Here are the choices: Becky, Melanie, Penny, or Judy. Penny. I had to do that. I'm not saying that's the answer.
Penny?
It's just
Penny.
Penny Belding, Becky Belding.
I mean, these all sound.
Judy Belding. Judy.
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 Judy. Penny.
Sorry, Becky is actually.
Oh, I would never.
Becky.
That would
Becky.
have been my last
That-
guess.
Becky
I
Building.
didn't remember that.
I
Who
would
could
have went with
forget?
Judy.
Who could forget when Mrs. Becky Belding went into labor while stuck in the faculty elevator with Zach and Tori during the big earthquake? We'll always love the Beldings for naming their baby Zach.
Aww.
Oh,
Weird.
but her name should have been Judy.
All right, question number 12, Chris. Mr. Tuttle taught all of these subjects except driver's ed, glee club, or art.
I'm going to go with art. He did not do art.
You are correct. He did
Yes.
art.
I remember him doing driver's ed. And since there was a glee club and Violet apparently had trouble singing, I was going to go with
Right.
Back in the lead.
Yep. Back in
Judy
the lead.
Not being Judy.
All right. Question number 13. What was the name of the girl Slater fell in love with while the group was in Palm Springs for Jesse's dad's wedding? Was it Kimberly, Samantha, Christina, or Leslie?
Don't wait for those comment answers.
Waiting for the comments. Vance knows all the answers.
He does. You should turn comments off.
Either he knows this or he found the quiz and doing himself. That's your final answer.
Sure, why not?
All right. Sorry, it's Christina.
Where is this sorry coming from? Sorry.
Sorry.
The group heads to Palm Spring for Mr. Spano's wedding, where Slater falls for a princess named Christina. She is the princess of a made-up country called Lichtenberg.
If you would have said it was a princess, then I would have got it right.
I did. I forgot. I kind of remember it, but I forgot.
Sorry.
All right. Question number 14. We have 2 questions left. There's still a chance. No. Where did Zach, Kelly, Slater, and Screech attend college? Do you need the choices?
I do need the choices.
All right. Was it Stanford, UCLA, USC, or Cal U?
Stanford, UCLA, and here. Stanford, UCLA, USC, and Cal U.
It was Bayside U. I'm just kidding.
I want to say UCLA. I'm going to go with UCLA.
Final answer. Sorry. It was Cal U.
Cal U. Oh.
Although Zach surprised everyone when he received the highest score on the SAT and planned on going to Yale, he eventually went to Cal U with Screech and Slater. Kelly transferred to Cal U during the second episode of Saved by the Bell: The College Years. Do y'all remember the sports personality that was on that show?
He was like the coach guy.
He was the RA or what do they call RA? Yeah.
I know I can remember what he looks like, but I don't know who he was.
Bob Gold was his name. He was a football player.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go.
Big dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Chris did not get that one, so we have the chance to tie it right.
Well, I mean, technically, but
here's the last question.
Was cheating.
Which one of
timeout? I mean, guys, really, he was cheating. He was looking at the comments. Well, what can I do? I mean, and on one hand, I can go dance with Kelly. On the other, I could try and prove Ryan wrong. I don't know. Time in.
Wow. All right. Which one of these titles was not the name of a Saved by the Bell spinoff show or movie?
Oh.
Saved by the Bell Hawaiian Style. Saved by the Bell The Glory Days. Whoa. Hello, Screech, and it's time to change. Saved by the Bell Wedding in Las Vegas, or Saved by the Bell The College Years, which we know is the show.
I hope the wrong one is Glory Days, because that sounds weird.
Glory Days.
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
I don't know this one, so we're going to find out. You were correct.
Yeah, you're correct.
That sounds like a horrible name for a show.
Following the iconic 4 seasons of Saved by the Bell, only 4 seasons? It seemed like it went on forever. Producers released the Saved by the Bell Hawaiian-style movie made for television.
Yeah,
The group traveled to Hawaii where they met up with Mr. Belding. Later, our beloved group went to Cal U for the college years. After college, the story concluded in a film, Wedding in Las Vegas, where Zach and Kelly get married in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it had to end like that, right?
Vance, you're the king of Saved by the Bell. He said Glory Days was an episode title.
Oh, wow.
Well, and there's what we scored. Anyways, but we
Saved by the Bell right there.
Well, technically we tied.
You did tie.
Yay! We're both winners.
No cheating whatsoever happened, I'm sure. Typical jock.
Hey, that's how I
copying off the smart kids.
Yeah, that's what I do. Copy off Vance.
Jock.
Hey, Vance, you want to go to the party later tonight out to the lake? Just give me the answer
at the max
quiz.
Hey, dope is nope.
Nope.
So excited.
So there were a lot of serious themes.
Yes,
there were occasional serious themes. It wasn't all. I mean, it's a comedy, sitcom, right? And all of the shows back then seemed to have that one serious episode every once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Cosby Show had them. Home Improvement had them. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Every once
especially like when a show has been on for a while and the actors decide they need to do some serious acting on.
It's always when the show's about to end. Yep. Like, look what we can do.
I need to think about the job that I'm going to get after this. So let's do something serious.
So they had 2 episodes that dealt with drugs, at least 2 that I can remember.
Yes.
The first one I can remember was the one where they had that celebrity come in that I don't know who he was supposed to be, some hotshot guy, right?
Well, it was that one name that Ryan liked.
Really?
That was Johnny whatever or something like that. That was
Johnny Dakota.
Johnny Dakota.
I didn't realize that. Okay,
that was the star's name, I believe.
Okay,
and he was.
Right.
Kelly was all infatuated with him, and that's where the dope is nope came from because he was into dope.
It's just some weed, guys.
Dope is dope.
So they were supposed to do a commercial for this big. They had a project or something like that where they had to make this video about not doing drugs, and then he's like, "It's okay, it's just weed, guys." And they said, "No, it's not cool, Johnny Dakota. We don't care how cool you are."
Yeah.
And they ended up doing they were trying to make this fancy video, and ended up being them just sitting in a classroom and talking real with us, and sitting on a desk.
How it should be.
Don't do drugs. And then we've already referred to the other classic episode of Jesse Spano. Was it Finals or something like that? Or
caffeine pills.
It was one of their big performances.
Yes, they were doing like a music video. They were
they had a girl group, not
the girl group. Yeah,
separate from Zack Attack.
Zack Attack ended up being a dream that Zach Morris had. Actually,
it was all a dream, man.
It was all a dream.
It's all a dream.
It's weed.
But so she was nervous about the whole thing, but she had to finish I think she had to finish like some exams before, or something, or a paper,
study and perform and practice.
Yeah.
So she took the caffeine pills, and it made her kind of crazy. And I need my pills.
But now you can just take a Red Bull.
Yeah. Nowadays, you just drink 6 Red Bulls. You're fine.
You're fine.
Yeah. So that's good that they try to hit on those topics.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what was your favorite moment of Saved by the Bell? Or you forget other stuff? Sorry, I shouldn't have.
No, you're fine.
Overstepped.
I think
just the jock.
This is why Catering comes up with outlines, Ryan. Sorry. And we need to follow.
I'll follow it. I didn't get the outline.
You're fine.
Go ahead.
No, that's a good question. I don't know if I have a favorite one. I think one of there's so many quotable moments.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, there was one, I don't even remember which episode it was, but I was talking to my wife today, and we were talking about who might be at Comicpalooza and talking about things, and I said Belding is balding, because there was some episode they said that. But the one I remember though is where they had the competition. It was, I think, senior year, and it was an ROTC thing or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they had the at the end of it, they had to figure out this puzzle with pictures. And the last puzzle, do you all remember what it was? honor thy principal, honor thy principal. And they were all. It was pictures with a pail and a prince and all that stuff. But he learned to work with the team. He thought he was going to be able to pick his team. Zach was going to pick the team. He ended up with all the nerds, and he's like, "Well, I'm going to lose. I'm not even going to participate now." And there was cheating that happened. Somebody took the knobs off of the
like on the
stove, and cheating happened.
Yep.
But that guy, the ROTC guy, was in some other things, and he was actually in a Ernest movie where it was a basketball movie that I happened to watch recently. I was like, that guy was on Saved by the Bell. He was in other things. No, it wasn't that. No, it was so bad. That movie was so bad. But I'm pretty sure that was him that was on there. But he's been in other things. But he was really good in it. And of course, Lisa Turtle was attracted to him. And I don't know. I said of course, but
of course she was.
Of course. Well, someone has to be attracted to someone on that show.
Yeah, of course. But I just that had a lot of good moments in it, I guess.
I remember an episode where Screech had a family recipe for spaghetti sauce.
Yes.
And Zach started marketing it basically, and Screech started getting rich, and this like hot girl started like being a gold digger basically, and like the slogan was like, you can have the sauce, but you can't have the recipe.
That's right.
But then it turned out to be like his family was just using a Betty Crocker recipe. So they had to stop the production. But I just remember that for some reason because I liked spaghetti sauce a lot as a kid. And I liked Screech, and it's just like it's perfect.
So another product that they had that reminded me was the Buddy Bands. Do you remember the Buddy Bands?
The Buddy Bands. Well,
that was started off as friendship bracelets.
Yeah, it was the friendship bracelets, and then Zach got like he took control of it too much, and then AC started promoting Buddy Bands, the opposite brand. Yeah.
Then they put them together, and and it could connect people, and made something. Or it was weird. I don't remember, but anyways. You have a favorite, Ryan?
No.
Perfect moment. He doesn't remember anything. He got all his answers from Vance. He has no clue.
I'm trying to remember a moment that stuck out. That's not the obvious. That's like what everybody remembers the show for.
There was one moment where Zach and Slater got in a fight, which was the most hilarious thing because they were super serious. Another serious moment. Like I think it was over Kelly or something, probably like who was asking her out, and one of them pushed the other into the locker, and you're just like, it's going down. It's like they're gonna fight.
Finally happening.
I don't think anybody hit anybody, but I mean,
I always liked all the scenes with Max.
Yeah,
he was my favorite. He was my favorite character on the show. Whenever they would go to the Max, I'm like, oh, cool, Max is gonna be in this. He'd come out and do some silly like magic trick and everything. I was a simple child. Liked magic. But I always liked that character. And it's hard because a lot of shows then were like that show.
Sure.
So a lot of stuff runs together. And
since Screech was smart, just like Urkel, he actually built a robot.
Yeah, I remember the robot.
Robots,
right?
2 episodes.
Yep.
That would talk to him, interact. He built AI while in high school. And,
yeah.
And I like
before his time
when they worked at the beach club. I always liked that series.
That was good. I liked the college years too. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I remember watching the college years and enjoying it. Lasted like one season.
Do you all remember Casey Kasem being in an episode?
Yes. He was in
the
2
dance
times.
Competition.
He was in
twice.
One of them,
I guess. Yeah.
Casey Kasem.
Do you remember the name of the dance that won?
I do. Ryan, do you? Without looking at the comments.
I don't remember.
Here's the winning point. It was the sprain.
The sprain.
It's because Lisa sprained her ankle and she was afraid she couldn't be in the competition.
And who swooped in?
Screech
again.
Always swooping in.
The glue that held that show together.
Yep.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Ron's like, yeah, that happened.
I remember when you say this stuff. I remember. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. But when I just like think about it, I'm like, okay, let's.
Yeah, it's hard to remember. I mean, it's
yeah,
I'm old.
It's kind of like
43 now.
I'll remember one thing and then another thing and the next. It just kind of leads to the next.
Yeah.
But,
remember Screech getting stuffed in lockers?
Getting stuff in lockers. Zach said, "What am I, a bologna sandwich?" When he was talking about, or it was Jesse was talking about, like, I don't know who to date. There's all these great guys, so and so and so and so, and she doesn't mention him. And he's like, "What am I, a bologna sandwich?"
They almost got together one episode.
They did.
Yes.
Yeah. When they're all in a play and they were like Snow White and I think the Seven Nerds or something like that.
Yeah.
And they were rapping, and like they were playing parts together. They were like, their characters were in love, so they started falling in love a little bit. But they were each dating other people, AC and Kelly. So to win their other person back, they changed the end of the play and started rapping to their significant others, and I want to be with this person.
Can you do some of the rap for us?
No, I don't
remember. Okay, so I'm trying to remember the wedding. Did they go through with the wedding and they actually got married at the end?
I believe so. I believe they did.
So on this new show, when
they
pop up, are they married on this new show?
They are married. Yes. And they have a kid that goes to Bayside.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. I'm glad they lasted the test of time.
He's the mayor. He's the mayor of the town. And the basic plot is like there's a lot of underfunded schools in the area that are having to close down. So he sends all these underprivileged kids to like the rich kid high schools, which Bayside is one of them.
Oh.
And because he's the mayor, that's what he does.
Yeah, he could do that.
So,
he's the mayor.
So basically the real life kids are interacting with these
governor.
kids.
No, he's the governor.
Oh, the governor. Oh, sorry.
Vance
governor.
Knows.
Vance knows everything.
He knows everything. Should have had him on here.
Yeah, Vance should have took my place. I could have just been the dude in the Letterman jacket.
Could have been the guest star that never shows up again. Vance could have took your place.
Oh.
Just like after Good Morning Miss Bliss and to Saved by the Bell.
No, I'm Haley Mills.
No, you're one of the students. Like no one even remembers.
Oh.
You're the guy from 90210, Green. He was on the first one.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
did y'all know that Paul Gosselaar, Mario Lopez, and Dustin Diamond are the only actors to appear in all 86 episodes of the show?
Yeah. And Screech is the only one to appear in like all iterations of the show.
Yeah.
Till now.
Well, yeah. That's true. That's true. And here's another piece of trivia for you. Elizabeth Berkley auditioned for the role of Kelly Kapowski.
I think I remember that.
Yes. Yeah.
But I heard that she was so excited about
it. They were like, "You've got a drug problem."
Well, she didn't get it.
Yep.
But she didn't like the character. There's another piece of trivia here. She didn't want to be the buttoned-up character all the time. She wanted to be, which we kind of makes sense now, knowing the other roles that she's played.
Knowing what she did afterwards, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. But a lot of those people that were in shows, like you think about Miley Cyrus, right? You think of this sweet, innocent girl. And after she left Disney, she showed her true colors, right? And she's kind of come back down to earth a little bit, I think.
Has she?
But I don't know. Maybe not. I have no idea. A little bit. So
in her old age.
I think it's interesting to see that kind of thing with these actresses and actors.
Yeah.
How that all changes them and how they're portrayed a certain way. Which, I mean, they're actors, but you think you kind of typecast them a lot of times. You say this person is this way, and then all of a sudden you find out, well, they're really it's just a show, you know.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
especially for
Mario
young
Lopez
actors.
is pretty, buff, so.
And he does. He is a Time Lord and can stop time.
Star Wars.
Yeah. No. Well, no. Mark Paul.
Oh, that's true.
Mark Paul.
Time out.
He's an actual Time Lord.
that's true.
So, who do you? Since we know 2 people are coming, which if you could only meet one of them at Comicpalooza, would you want to meet Zach or would you want to meet Slater?
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
That's a hard one. On one end, I mean, it's Zach, but on the other, AC Slater has been the Colonel from Kentucky Fried Chicken, and that was amazing.
That was funny.
I think they would both be pretty down to earth people. Like they seem like they've gotten past their whole being a kid, you know, having fun. They've matured and seem like well-rounded people. I hope. I don't know. I just have this feeling that they are. It could be wrong again.
I have a feeling we'd be best friends.
I'm a bad judge of character. I hang out with you guys.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I think I would pick Zach or Mark Paul because then I could get his autograph in a picture and bring it home to my wife and be like, "Look who I met! Look what I got for you!"
Hail the conquering hero.
Yeah. That's a picture.
Who looks better now?
And then she would place like pictures of you and put that up instead.
Probably so.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, I'd probably say Zach. I mean, I feel like that I could identify with him more, maybe.
Yeah, I might meet Slater. He just seems like a fun guy. Entertainment Tonight and extra and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Seems happy.
I'm just trying to get points with the wife. That's
such
my
good
whole
dimples. He's got great dimples.
Cheeks.
And again, KFC. I mean, that's
true.
Yeah.
Bet he gets free chicken for life.
I'm looking forward to it. What?
Did you know that he did his hair long like that because he wanted to look like Mel Gibson? That's what he told People magazine. He didn't even know he had a mullet.
Many people didn't at the time, I don't think.
Yeah,
they had mullets.
I mean, it was just the style back then, right?
Yeah.
My brother had kind of almost the same hair, not because of him, but before that, really, before that show.
Bring back
business in the front, party in the back.
Nope.
Bring it back, Katrin.
I can't.
You can do it. You're the only one of us.
You're the only one of us that can do it.
True.
Mullet. Yeah. We would just be like old man in the front, party in the back.
Yeah. That would be old man in the front and forgot to cut his hair in the back or couldn't reach back there.
Can't reach because of his arthritis in the back. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to Comicpalooza, and I'm looking forward to maybe running into Zach and Slater. And if I meet them, I will probably call them Zach and Slater, and then I'll be like, God, that's not their name.
Everybody else.
Doing? So,
and keep going. My name's Mark.
Would you pay for to do that photo though? To have with both of them, even?
No.
I mean, or whoever else. I mean, who else do you think they might get? Did we say this earlier?
Kelly?
I mean,
maybe
Kelly.
I
think Kelly and Jesse make sense.
Yeah. Now, if it was all of them, depends on the price.
Yeah, it'll be a little pricey.
Yeah,
it'll be a little pricey.
I just can't see paying to take pictures. Me
I
personally.
think if you do, you need to wear a Letterman jacket.
Yes, definitely.
Yes,
just my Letterman jacket.
Even though, like, are you comfy? Like, is it comfy? Like, are you feeling good?
Yeah, it's fine.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
a little itchy,
it's not,
that's it. Just a little itchy.
A little itchy.
Write that down.
Yeah.
Got
it. All right.
I found something in the pocket here. You want to see it? I'll show it to you once we get off of there.
Is it the leotard?
No, it's
a leotard.
right here. It's right here in my pocket.
The onesie?
There is something in my pocket. What is that? It's like an old gum wrapper.
It's a dead bug.
Wow. Man, Marie, what if you found money in there? Wouldn't that be the greatest thing ever?
What is this? It's like this is like a
traveling back in time.
What's those things called? You bury in the ground.
Time capsule.
Time capsule. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
It's like a foil on one side and not on the other side. So it's got to be like gum or. Let's check the other pocket.
Wow. Oh, there's the gum.
Just my middle finger in that
pocket. You might want to stick your whole hand in there if you're trying to dig around.
Oh, yeah.
In case anybody wants to know and wants to go back and watch the episode where they fight, it's apparently season 3, episode 12.
Oh, there you
go. This episode is famous for one thing and one thing only: the first and only physical altercation between Zach and Slater. Admit it, you kind of always wondered what would happen. Unfortunately for Zach, the fight gets broken up before Slater destroys him, because Slater is a trained fighter after all, and Zach is a skinny wimp.
Yeah, Slater would win.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That could be like, my hair.
Yeah. Anyways, again,
but could he use the timeout and like rearrange him so that he falls and hurts himself? I don't know.
Again, yeah, Time Lord.
I think that's only in his head though, and so he would go timeout, and Slater would be like,
"No, it's real."
No. He never did anything like that though, right? He never like rearranged stuff or changed stuff. He just talked to the camera, right?
Yeah, I think he did one time, but I could be wrong.
I think he did.
Vance, did he?
Vance would know.
So real quick, while we wait for Vance, I forgot about this one. There was a kind of Clue episode. Do you remember this? Mystery Weekend, season 3, episode 26. They go on a murder mystery weekend. At gosh, what was it? It was some sort of like, I mean, it looked like Clue, honestly. I guess is what they were going for.
I guess their parents were good with teenagers going off on their own for a mystery weekend.
Yeah, that's what it says. I wish my parents were so trusting.
Vance says that he doesn't think that Zach changed anything, or he just talked to the camera.
Yeah, I don't know.
There we go.
There you go.
All hell Vance, King, Lord of the Saved by the Bell. Anyways, all right. Well, it's about that time.
Time to bust a rhyme.
Wrap it up.
Oh, okay.
Start rapping. Go.
Break forth the rhythm and the rhyme. I got mine. I get yours. I've got sweat coming out my pores. It's such a good vibration. It's such a sweet temptation. Come on, come on, come on.
Wow, you should write that down and market that.
Hey, you got something there.
Yeah, we got something. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to Comicpalooza again. The tickets are available now, July 17th through the 18th. If you're in the Houston area, please come on out to Comicpalooza. Or if you're not in the Houston area, come on down.
I'm coming. I'm
over,
coming from Memphis.
Or left or right.
Yeah, patrons coming. Chris will be here. I'll be here. Zach Slater will be here.
I mean, that's all you need.
More stars to come.
More? How can it handle more?
I don't know.
Man, I can't wait to see who the big star is. You know that there's always one or two.
One.
At least one.
Who do you think's going to be?
I mean, they had Tom Holland.
Tom Holland, Barry Allen. Barry Allen's not his real name.
Barry Allen?
Grant
Gustin.
I was going to say Gustafson, but that's not right.
Gustafson. Grant Gustafson.
Yeah, who is current? I mean, but it's the hard thing is it's COVID, right? Still, like people are still nervous about going out. So, but I was kind of surprised that they, I don't know, maybe not that these guys came, but it's like I was excited, I guess, more to see that they were already announcing it.
Supernatural Brothers live in Texas. You know, that'd be awesome.
Oh, that'd be
cool.
I would pay for that.
Ryan's front and center to get their autographs.
Yes, one of my favorite shows. I can't even watch Texas Ranger. I haven't even wanted to try to watch Walker Texas Ranger.
I haven't tried
because I'm like, that's Sam. Will always be Sam. It's going to be interesting to see Dean in
the boys.
Yeah, the boys. It's going to be weird. I've heard he's like makes Homelander look like a punk.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, what I've heard.
He's got a band. Dean, he's got a band, an actual band.
Oh,
do music.
Jensen Ackles and
Jensen Ackles,
and Jared Padalecki. That's their real names.
Mm-hmm.
For those that wonder. Yeah, if they were there, that'd be cool. They're really cool. Their car is always there. Every year that
the car is always
always there. Somebody brings it. And it's amazing. I want to jump in it and just drive off.
You should try that.
I should. Why not?
Why not?
And the real thing that everybody needs to think about Comicpalooza, what random costume will Ryan be wearing that nobody will know who he is but himself?
That's true.
But this year I have a little advantage.
Mm.
We'll end with this. I got a 3D printer. Came in the mail.
Look out.
So I'm going to set it up and see what I can make for us.
I got a laser cutter, so I can cut lengths of wood and
with our
tape them on
forces
me.
combined, we could be the ultimate cosplayers.
I could be Plank from Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Yeah, you can do other stuff with that thing.
Oh yeah.
I may try to make us Flag Smasher masks. I think I might be able to get that done between now and then. Because then we could just wear our regular clothes and be like, hey, look at me, I'm a Flag Smasher now. That'd be easy.
And it's a mask.
And it's a mask. Yeah. But it's Texas. I guess you don't have to do that anymore. Anyways. No, I think they'll still do it there.
At Comicpalooza, yes.
Yeah.
There are safety protocols in place, at least for now. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, check out Crimson Dawn if you're looking for a lightsaber. I stand by them. I don't know. They're a good company. Anyways. But so next week, we got something special coming.
Oh.
You'll have to tune in to find out what it is. And so will we. Anyway. This has been episode 193, our Saved by the Bell episode. And we'll be back next week with a brand new episode. And I'm so excited. Go. You're supposed to continue.
I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
Thank you guys for listening. We really appreciate it. Check us out on all social medias. I Am Geek Show. Join our Facebook group, I Am Group. And we'll be back with you next week.
Bye-bye.